Hey there, it is Tracy Black, and I wanted to hop in here today and talk to you about member parties. What are member parties? Like, why do you make such a big deal about it? And why do you need to do this? So we just had a member party here in San Diego, which is where my local team is, last night, and it was awesome. So let me explain to you what this is. Okay, so a member party is really just an opportunity for you to have your members, right, come to a location. I like doing it at my house because it's easy, but you could do it at a coffee shop, like whatever you're comfortable with, at the library. I like having people at my house because they can kind of see how I use my oils in everyday life, right? Like I've got diffusers going on, I've got Thieves products in the bathroom, and we just have fun. So I wanted to explain this to you. So it's, again, a member party is just an opportunity for you to have your members, right, congregate, come together on a regular basis. So why is this so important? You guys, the community that we have here, the community that you create is everything, okay? If you're not doing these on a regular basis, you're missing out on a huge opportunity because your members want time with you. They want to share their testimonials. They want to share stories. They want to hear other people's stories. They want to feel like they're a part of something, like a tribe, a community. They want to feel like they're not alone. That's why you do these member parties. And I'm going to tell you, I made the mistake early on in my Young Living business thinking, well, I build online, so how am I going to do this locally? Or I don't have a big local team. How am I going to do this locally? And I'm going to tell you, it's really important. Even if you have 1 member, 2 members, 3 members, right? Like a really small team, even more reason to come together. So let me explain sort of like how we do our member parties every month, sort of the logistics. I'm going to show you a quick setup. We were having so much fun last night. I didn't get a chance to take any video or pictures because we were just talking and having great conversation. But here's generally what I would recommend when you're doing these member parties. Pick a day and like be really consistent about doing it every single month, okay? And here's what I want to put out there too, okay? You might be thinking, my upline does it, but I can never make it, or they're too far away. You can have your own member parties in your area. Don't just rely on your upline, okay, to be doing this for you. If they have it and you can bring your team to it, awesome. But sometimes your team wants like a smaller member party with just you and your smaller team. So that's okay to do too, right? So offer your people like multiple places to go and meet and build that community. So do it once a month. Pick a day that works mostly for your members. Stop that, kitty. Why? Every time I'm doing video. I find that Wednesday or Thursday evening, right around 6 to 8 works out really well. And then Sunday afternoons. That's when I find that my members have the time and can make it because they don't have too many after school activities going on. So pick a day and then be really consistent. So we do it generally every single month around the same time. We bumped it up a little bit earlier this month because normally we do it towards the end of the month, but we have Thanksgiving and I knew people weren't going to come then. So we did it last night and then we're going to do it earlier in December for the same reason because of Christmas, right? So how does this go? Generally, we have some kind of thing that we're making, and that's kind of the theme of the month that we're changing out. So things that we've done before was make a focus roll-on, right? And a sleepy time roll-on for back to school. I think last month we did like crystals and oils, right? Like make a roller ball with a little bit of crystals in them. Another month we did, make bath bombs, right? Like the bath bomb crumble, and that was really fun. And they put like dried roses or whatever in it. It's really inexpensive stuff that we're doing. And so I'll get into the logistics of that in just a bit, but changing the theme really makes it interesting and fun. And that's what generally kind of pulls people. But I'm gonna tell you, it's generally the same format that we do every single month. You need to get down, oh my goodness. It's generally the same format every month. It's a theme and we're making something together, and it's an opportunity for me to provide some education on how to do something. So this month we did perfume, and we used the Essential Parfumerie book from Melissa Pepping, which is a little hard to see in this lighting. But basically it's just perfume recipes. And this is what we did. Look. The book itself calls for like bigger perfumes that you make, like these big 2-ounce bottles. But working on a budget and wanting to make this duplicable, we just did these in 5 ml rollers. Do you see this? So most of this is like vodka, like just an inexpensive vodka that you can buy, and then some essential oils. And then look at these adorable labels. Aren't they so cute? I actually bought this from Melissa Pepping's website, the Essential Perfumery website, but you could make these. They're really simple, but doesn't that just look so elegant and so cute? And the book is filled with, I don't know, 25 recipes. We just had 2, right? And so this is what I did. I printed out the recipe, what it smells like, and then I had, just, how you can experience it. And then I had a couple here that they could then, try out and use. But we just picked out 2. So it doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, I would implore you, don't make it complicated. Pick a couple of things. If they're interested, they can go pick up the book and go play and do all the recipes. I don't like to go overboard because I want everybody to know it's duplicable. So we made perfume, but guess what else we had going on? I put out some supplements, and we talked about supplements. I put out, I have my oils, like promo oils that you have, right? Put out your promo oils and your PSK. And then I had these little roller balls like this, and I just let people go ahead and, make a couple of roller balls for themselves. I do have an iTovi. If you don't know what that is, it's like a scanner. I'll show you in just a bit, that kind of like, it reads the energy in your body and tells you what oils you need. So, and it's great because people can see the oils they need. They go make a roller ball, right, with the oils that I have, or they know what to put on their Essential Rewards order. So that's why we do these member parties, right? It's the community, right? People want to feel like they belong, but what a great opportunity to provide education in a really fun way. I will tell you, like, there are so many different ways you could do this. You could do like classroom style, right? Like where you're teaching and you do the oils and you kind of like lead them through together. I really prefer like an open house format. So I say, come to my house between 6 and 8 p.m. Come on by whenever you want. Most people come at 6. Sometimes people come at 7, but we just have fun. And I like this sort of like unstructured format personally. Get down. I like the unstructured format personally because it's just sort of fun and we're kind of all over the place. And I really like that format for me personally, also because it really encourages these side conversations, right? Like we're talking about supplements and then 2 members start talking about, oh, Essentialzyme is so good and this is why it's so great. And they go off and they start talking. And I love that because these little conversations sort of happen. Whereas if I was teaching in kind of a classroom environment, they may not be happening as organically. So I really, really like that format. So I think it just sort of works depending on your personality. I like unstructured, kind of free-flowing. We go from room to room. We're all over the place. That's why I leave the directions, right? So if I'm not here, right, in this section, I'll show you in just a bit, they can go ahead and make it on their own, right? But we kind of congregate in my kitchen. We're like eating snacks. I made the red drink. That was Stacy Cook. And when I went to her open house, it was such a great idea. But do you see what we're doing? Here's how to make perfume, right? Most of the oils for the perfume are not in the premium starter kit. Let's talk about supplements, right? Most people don't know about supplements. What a great way to talk about it. The red drink, which is sulfurzyme powder and Ningxia Red. We made bottles of it and people could try it. Do you see what we're doing? We're introducing product and we're showing people how they can do it. But here's the really cool thing is when we're having these conversations, how these oils help, what they can do, with social media, we have to be compliant, right? And we have to really watch what we say. But in person, we can be a little bit more free-flowing. And it was so cool. People were taking notes like, what oils do I use for this? What oils do I use for that? And people were taking notes, and I love seeing that. That just means they're really engaged. And guess what? They feel like these are my people. These people get me, right? They understand my struggles. They understand my problems and what I'm going through. I'm telling you, as much as possible, where you can meet the needs and relate to people on their struggles. That's why it's so important for you to share your stories when you're doing these member events, right? Or encourage people to share their stories. This is where the magic happens, right? Again, it's unstructured, it's unplanned, but they learn so many great things from you and from each other. That's why these member events are so, so important. And here's something else that I do is we encourage people who are non-members to come as well. And this is how we help them. I'll show you in just a second. I have a kit that's out, and when we have our new members coming in, I sort of get them to congregate together. I bring a few of our members together and I go, okay, you guys, tell us what's your favorite oil that's in the kit, right? Just real quick in 1 to 2 minutes. And then before you know it, they say the favorite thing that's in their kit. They're like, oh, you got to get lavender. It's amazing. Oh my gosh, frankincense. My skin looks amazing, right? Or stress away. I thought I was going crazy and then I had stress away and now I feel like a sane person again, right? Like all those things, all those fun testimonials. When your members say those testimonials, it's like in 2 minutes, 10 minutes, right? They've already sold that kit for you without you having to teach a structured class. So I had a non-member come last night. She actually was at my member party last month. And then this month, right, I reached out to her and I said, hey, we've got another one. Why don't you come on by? Boom, she signed up this time. So sometimes people want to come by just to see what's going on and see like, what is this all about? What is this community? And you know what? That non-member was the last one to go. She was here still hanging out, like listening to all the conversations, right? Because again, people want to feel like they belong. Sometimes they feel shy. They don't want to ask questions, right? But sometimes they're here to the end because they want to know all the things. So let me show you the setup. I'm going to give you the tour now, and then I'm going to tell you why the follow-up is really important. But again, if you haven't been doing member parties, I want to challenge you guys to do it. Put it on your calendar, do a member party, build that community with your people. Okay, so I'm going to show you the setup of what I have. So this is it. Do you see how simple this is? This is sort of in my office, right, in my house. And every month we sort of change this up. So a couple of months ago, it was a bath bomb crumble. Last month it was the crystals and oils. But I just have 2 samples, right, of the different perfumes that people can make. And then I have instructions here. I've got the roller balls. I actually put the vodka in here so that they could just sort of make it. But it's just really simple, clear directions on what to do. And it does not need to be complicated. And they had a great time over here. And I'm going to tell you, many of the oils that are here that I picked out were oils that I got free in my promos. So do you see how I'm reusing those oils, right, to have fun and to do things like that? So here is the premium starter kit that I had set up, right? And I also put out the glass bottle so people knew what I was talking about when I was talking about the Thieves sample here, right, with that. I love these little booklets from Oil Revolution Designs. They're less than $1 each, but they kind of quickly go over each of the oils that are in the kit. So anybody who's a non-member can take that and hold on to it. But this is what I have out for non-members to come and check out, or even for members. You'd be really surprised. We had some non-members who didn't even have a chance to open their oils yet. So can you imagine? The members were here going, you need to open up your kit. It's so amazing. You need to try this oil and that oil and that oil. You need to try your sample. So it's just a really great way to encourage members who have not opened their kit yet to bring their kit with them so that they can learn how to use it. And then over here, I just sort of had some things set up here. So I had a flip kit in case anybody wanted it. I had some more of the ORD booklets, and then I had the catalog, holiday catalog. So just, do you see how easy this is? Not complicated at all, really, really simple. And then I had my Itovi out, and we were just kind of congregating in my kitchen and having just so much fun. And when it comes to food, you guys, please keep it simple. We had like a veggie tray, I think some chips and salsa, maybe some hummus. Like, I don't go overboard because I want my members to know we just keep it really, really easy. So the other thing we did was, this is my kitchen, and we just kind of congregated in here, and it was just fun. We were kind of going back and forth. I had my roller ball, I had my Itovi. So what do you do if you don't have an Itovi? You guys, it is A-okay. The other thing that I teach people to do is muscle testing. So I'm gonna post a link on how to do muscle testing. It is so fun. People were having such a great time with it when we were doing it here. But I was just showing people how to do muscle testing with the oil. So you don't even need to have the Itovi or the Zyto. I mean, those are all great things to have, but it's not a must-have. You can still do this without it. So if you're not having member parties, I really want to encourage you to do this on a monthly basis. Your members want time with you. They want time with your community, right? They want to learn. And so provide them the opportunity, the venue, right? The education. Provide those things to them. That's really what they want. That's where the magic happens. That's where people discover oils and products they never even knew existed. That's when they find new friends in the community, right? Thinking that they're all alone. That's when they learn they can share oils. Guess what we were also talking about last night? Sharing oils. Hey, how about next time you come, why don't you bring a friend with you, right? Or has anybody ever hosted a class before? So we're talking about all of those things, like we're normalizing those things, right? Essential rewards, product education, supplements, sharing, community. Those were all just a normal part of our conversation. And by the end, I kid you not, I mean, I am a hugger. If you guys know me, you know that I am. By the end of the night, my husband and I were at the door, like lined up giving everybody hugs before they left. So how do you think everybody felt, right, when they were gone, right? They're like, wow, I love them. I mean, I love them too, right? It's just fun for us. Trevor and I have a good time doing it. But how do you think those members feel? They feel loved. They feel like they're part of something. And if I say, you guys want to come next month? They're going to be like, heck yes, I'm going to be here next month, right? So isn't that what you want for your members? So here is something that I'm going to show you real quick is the follow-up, okay? So how do you tell your members about this member party? So of course, I like to post things on Facebook. I think that's a must-have. So I'm going to show this to you real quick. So I posted an event on Facebook and I said, for my San Diego members, and I put this in the Facebook group, right? But look, right, I invited 27 and only 4 people RSVP'd. Do you see this? Yeah, that's not accurate because we actually had probably about 20 people here. So here's what I want to tell you. If you're just relying on Facebook to promote your community events, your classes, it's not enough. Guess what we had to do? We were texting people, right? So all of my local people, I sent them an email and I said, hey, by the way, you can use the map feature. If you don't know how to use that, go search this group for it. You can use the map feature in your virtual office to find people geographically located in your area. I sent an email to everybody in my area to invite them to tonight. The other thing that I did is people that I knew, right, who are my personally enrolled or like that non-member, that was actually my girl. I was texting people and I was like, hey, just want to let you know we're having a member party. Would love to have you, right? Some people were no-shows, some people didn't come. That's all normal, you guys. It just happens. But for the 20 people that were here, it was an amazing night. But I didn't just rely on Facebook, right? I emailed, I texted. Sometimes I had to text multiple times. I even sent out a reminder 2 days beforehand and said, can't wait to see you there. We're gonna have so much fun making perfume. Don't just rely on Facebook to promote your events, okay? Like, again, you're building community and sometimes Facebook can feel so impersonal. You need to call, you need to text, send that email, right? Do all the things and make people feel like they belong, that you need them here, and that we're gonna have a great time. So I wanna hear from you guys. Who is doing member events, member parties? How often are you doing it, right? And tell us more about how it's working out for you. I'm telling you, this is the secret sauce right here, building the community and having these monthly member events. It's so key. All right, can't wait to hear from you guys. Thanks for tuning in.